I think that analysis is not wrong when you just look at the momentum from 2008. I think it was Stephanie Okerike's Through the Glass.
Through the Glass, right.
That came up, and then you had Figurine, and then you had you had EJ in 2010. Then you had Tango with Me in 2011. You had Anchor Baby. So I think
I remember that one.
Yeah, and then you just had almost that rise, even though, and look, let's give credit. The box office, EJ was, I think, 67 million.
Yeah.
In 2010.
Yeah.
That's huge.
How
much was that in 2010?
Yeah, at 150 naira. I think 120 or 150. Yeah, 120 naira.
So like
500K in, and I remember it was no more than 9 cinemas. That's.
In fact, I remember EJ, because EJ was the first Nigerian film I saw in cinema, and I remember I saw it in Galleria, and I remember I walked into a Galleria like that day to cut my hair, and
Shout out to Galleria.
Shout out to Ben Bruce
Every time.
Shout out to Ben Bruce every time. The original OG.
Yeah.
And I remember I walked into a Galleria. So typically, you not have them today, but then at the time, the Nigerian movies weren't really in cinemas, and they didn't have the banner.
Correct.
However, I saw the banner, but what caught my attention were the laurels.
Yes.
So it went to different Nigerian film festival. I was like, okay, I will watch it. Then I remember I bought the last ticket. So when I went into the cinema to watch the film, I was the last seat, and I remember I watched the film. And at the time, I'd never seen a Motala and Genevieve on screen before, like not to mention the big screen. And I remember I came out of the cinema and I almost cried, which was because I was like, it's actually possible.
Yeah.
I still remember that day. I was like, this is actually possible.
Yeah.
And I think your point is so poignant about interesting how we turned a potentially disastrous situation, because that 2008 with the bad loans coincided with the global economic crisis.
Yes.
And turned that situation into, I don't know whether we should be giving the president at the time, was it Goodluck Jonathan that also was influential?
Yaradua.
Influential with some kind of World Bank fund, which was Film House accessed.
Yes.
In 2011, 2012.
It's so at that point, it was not Jonathan.
Yeah.
That was not Jonathan.
And then, the BOI
because
came in and...
I talk to OJ about this quite often.
Yeah.
And I was like, the financial industry, like, we have it in the bill. So